Are you live? Yeah. I was just saying, you know. Let's try it on iPad. Yeah. 1, 2. Does it say viewers will join?
I think so, yeah.
There you go. That'll do.
Oops. Yeah, that was going to happen.
There you go. You can see them.
Yep. I'm going off a bit of review of it. Just waiting for a few more people to come on, then I'll go on and do my review for this deck, the new one that's coming out. I think it's April, I think it's coming out. How's everybody been doing this week then? That weather's something else, eh? What that one? That one? Oh, see, look, now they're all just jumping out everywhere. Need out these ones today. Wait, cracking open, deep healing, and balancing your karma. I pay, a lot of mine are brand new, but some of them I have got second hand. I've been quite lucky with some of them. A few of the decks I've got are like out of print ones that are really expensive, like up to between £50 to £150 now, but I've managed to get them quite cheap. But I pay anywhere normally between £15 and upwards. I roughly pay for my decks. This one here, the Earth Alchemy, this one's $19.99 in the UK, US dollar $24.99, and the Canadian dollar $26.99 for that one. This, as I say, this is a brand new one. I was sent this one to review it, thankfully. But it's an absolutely gorgeous deck. This deck's been published by Katie Jane Wright, and the illustrations are done by Nikki Strange. It's an absolutely, that's the book. I know it's a bit backwards. It's actually quite different compared to the usual decks that I've seen, because when I first seen it I was like, don't think I'm like that, but this one, these cards are for connecting to the plants and crystals. So for every card, for every crystal there's a flower that connects with it. So like for example, let's see if I can find one that's like, for that one there it's obsidian, and is it the hellebore flower? I know it's probably a bit upside down. Not really a card that I thought, not really cards I thought that I would take to, but I can't seem to put them down since I've got them. I mean, the feel of them, as you can see, they shuffle. They really shuffle really good. Card quality is excellent in them. I mean, the images on them, the illustrations that are done by Nikki Strange, they're absolutely stunning, the illustrations. They're just, usually you get decks that are either plant decks on their own or crystal decks on their own, but to have a deck that's plants and crystals. It's just so different to your usual decks that are out there. I mean, that one's Dioptes and Larkspur. That one talks about past life healing. The good thing as well with these ones is that, as I said, again I'm going back to the book, as I said, I've not had a proper chance to read it, is that it does it with the elements as well, earth, air, fire and water, and then in between it, in the deck, there's 5 cards. I've got 5 keys on them, and as it says here on when you've got the keys, that's a sign that your fairy guide's going to visit you because they've got an extra message for you. Let's see if I can find one that's got the key on it. They're actually quite hard, they're really hard to find, the one with the key, because they're not hidden, but they're not really easy to spot. And there's one there that's got it. I don't know if you can see that. I don't know if you can see. It's a bit. See the key just there? So there's 5 cards that's got that key. It's not always in the same place. As I said, there's that one. There's one there. Let me see. There's another one that's on that card. So only 5 cards in this deck have got them. I've got the keys, and that's an extra message for you. Like your fairy guide's going to visit you in your dreams because they've got an extra message that they want just for you. I mean, the book as well. I mean, when it's in the book with introduction, I absolutely love, and I mean honestly, I absolutely love the book, because a lot of books, don't get me wrong, I've obviously had dedications for cards and books and that, you know what I mean, obviously they're appreciated, you know what I mean, when people, they do their dedications, because the dedications, if it wasn't for this person or that person, they would have struggled, or you know what I mean, they wouldn't have like done what they've done, been pushed to do what they'd, like their book or their deck. The dedication in this, honestly, I'll absolutely love it. This deck is dedicated to the earth, all of her kingdoms and treasures, to the ancestors that came before us and paved the way, and to the rainbow and crystal children coming to earth at this time. May they all guide us with the lightness of heart and spirit this world so needs right now. And I just think that is just an absolute, like, perfect dedication. And it's right. You know what I mean? We do need so much light for heart and spirit at this, especially at this time, with everything that's going on right now. And then for awakening the magic within the deck, they've got like when you're doing it for the first time, you can do a ritual. You don't have to, obviously, it's a recommendation that you do a ritual, and you can set it up in your space, or you can like go outside and do it. And then they've got obviously the wee ritual there that you can say, but it's just, they go into so much detail. Like, it doesn't just jump right into the meaning of the cards, it jumps into, like, as it says here, the deck works with the 7 coloured rays of the Ascended Masters and the 5 transcendental heavenly rays. Each ray communicates not just through colour but through sound and angelic frequencies. We can channel these through the human body and into the earth to help the collective consciousness. Through this deck, you can read and interpret the colours of the cards you pick, especially with the 3 card spread. Emerging patterns of colours will show you chakra centres to focus on. It's just, there's so much that's been put into this deck. I'm not saying there isn't, obviously all decks, take hats off to anybody who's made tarot decks and oracle decks, hats off to them, because I don't think I could sit and do it, like, but there's, you know what I mean, there's so much. As I said, it builds with the elements, as it says, not mean she says, not mean she done the deck based on how she was asked to do it. but as I said, it was Katie Jane Wright and Nikki Strange. Nikki's got a great connection with plants, and that's where she got her inspiration for the images. But the crystalline plants, as they say here, have revealed a world of meaning, symbology and healing for everybody to explore. And as I say, the cards are just the earth, the air, as I said, they go with the elements, earth, air, fire and water, which is, as it says, it's good to keep an eye on them because they could show up repeatedly. Obviously it's a sign to take notice that your body might need more of that element. So obviously if the water sign shows up a lot and your body's needing more water, if the air sign shows up, you're needing to get out into nature more. Earth, you need to ground yourself a bit more. It's just these, honestly. And the thing is, even though the crystals that are on there, you don't have to specifically go out and buy the crystals to match with the cards, as she says. As she says here, you can embody the energy of the cards by visiting the scenes depicted on them. Take some time to gaze at the image on the card, then close your eyes and visualise it in your mind's eye, letting it grow until it fills your inner sight. Begin to feel the surroundings, smell the scents, hear the sounds, see the colours, step into the scene and begin to explore. Go within the crystal, hold it, touch it and talk to the energies. Touch the crystal or plant, hold it, talk to them. The medicine it weaves is brought forward with the highest good. Be open to asking them questions and then ask them for their gifts and thank them for their gifts and time. But you don't have to, as she's saying, you don't have to go out and buy. You can use the images that are on the cards and visualise like the crystals that are on whatever card it is. Like on that one, on this card, it's amethyst, pardon me, amethyst and passion flower. And as I say, it's just, never thought I'd be one for a deck that's to do with plants and stuff, because there's a few of them that I've seen and I've never sort of felt drawn to them. And same when I first seen this one, I was like, And then see when I got it and I seen the box, I was just like, no, I need that. I love that, because the box itself, even just the box for it is, it's a lot that's went into it. You can tell it's not just cheap. It's good quality that's went into it. You can tell that. And the cards themselves, the cards are just, they're gloss. They've got a glossy feel to them. And they shuffle amazing. It's no flimsy cardstock, as you can see. It's a really, really good cardstock. Probably one of the best cardstocks that I've felt in like a really, really long time when it comes to a deck. And there's just, as I said, even there's an image there. I love this one. The Fairies Order. That one is just, it's a beautiful card, that one. I just absolutely love it. Even that one, the Lilac Spirit Quartz, which is for healing divisions, teamwork, freedom, community. And then you've got the Empress Tree, Catalyst for Change, Clarity, Freedom, Unbinding. It's just, as I said, the cards, you need to feel them and see them in person to really accept the beauty of the cards and the crystals and the flowers together. Pearl and Larimer, that's just beautiful, that one. Then again, you know what, as I said, they're all absolutely beautiful. It's a great deck. I'm sure this deck is out, I'm sure it's April this one comes out. So definitely, personally I feel this one's going to be a good seller. This one's going to be really, really popular. Because the cards itself, as I said, the cards, the quality, the book, Just so much has went into these. That's the Sectarian Nodules, that one. And I mean, you can tell that like loads has went in, loads and loads like has went into it. And just the images, the Preseli Bluestone, speaking about grid work, sacred sites, dragon energy. It's definitely the perfect deck if you're looking for decks that are for like plants and crystals, and you can't make your mind up what deck you want. I mean, if you can only buy one, then I would say this is the perfect deck because it's plants and it's crystals. I mean, that one's just the Golden Libyan Tektite. And the images are just absolutely stunning. They're just they really are. They're so beautiful. You can tell that a lot of time and effort has went into making this deck and doing the images. Because they're just, there's just honestly, I honestly can't find the right words to describe the cards because they're just that beautiful. That one's Petalite, talking about cosmic downloads and stuff. But I mean, even just with one card, you go on this, I mean, you end up going on a journey just by looking at the card. Even if you were to pull one card daily, there's Grandmother Moonstone. Each card is just an absolute work, honestly it is, it's an absolute work of art, it really is. That's Obsidian, and the Hellebore one, the Shadow Mirror for doing deep healing, understanding, being a seer. Sorry, I never got to accept your invitation there to go live together. I did see it, I missed it there. I mean, this one here, to me, when I've the Secret Garden, talking about sacred space, to cultivate your space, your inner beauty, self-care, which, as I said, this one, to me, this card looks like a doorway into a different, different dimension, a portal to somewhere. It's just, this one's just, I could sit and meditate with this card for honestly forever if I had the time. Didn't have the time, wish I did. But this one is just, as I said, it's just like a doorway or a portal into somewhere. Obviously everybody interprets the cards differently, which that's what tarot cards and oracle cards are about. You know what I mean? Yeah, fair enough, you get the book and it's handy to have the book when you're first learning tarot or oracle. It is handy because you can get a grasp on the meanings, but at the same time it's good to use your intuition to get your own sort of vibrations off them and get your own, your own thoughts and feelings on them. This is Dioptes and Larkspur. This is for past life healing, like letting go of anger. As I said, personally, I just think they're everything. Honestly, I wish I had time to go through every single card with you because there's just hundreds of them, and well, no hundreds obviously, but they're absolutely gorgeous. As it says on the back of the box, this powerful and beautiful deck is a portal to the inner healing, love and connection. Each colourful card is infused with crystals, plants, trees, flowers and the sacred language of light. As intuited by Katie Jane Wright, plants represent growth, flowers, discovery, crystals, depth. Together they hold the keys to help you dive deeper to past lives, unite with elementals and the energy of the inner earth. Katie Jane Wright receives visions and advice from the crystalline world and passes those messages on through her Crystal Expert column in the Spirit and Destiny magazine and the events and workshops that she does. Nikki Strange, who done the pictures, who done the images on the deck, on the cards, she's an illustrator based in London. Her work reflects her interest in the cycles of nature, meditation, wellness, self-development and self-care rituals. But no, I would definitely, I mean, they've both got their own websites. Katie Jane Wright's is www.anncrystals.com and Nikki Strange is www.nikkistrange.co.uk. But I think I'm more than happy to pull a couple of cards if anybody's wanting me to pull a couple of cards for them. If you want me to pull a wee card on this, then just let me know. Even if you just send me a wee love heart in the column, in the comments bit, then I'll that way I'll know if you're wanting me to pull a card or two for you. And those of you who've done tarot before know that tarot oracle, or that I've watched them before, or dealt with them before, or watched lives before, you'll know that, you know what, my mind's just totally went on. That's it. Mind blank there. Don't know why. That sometimes cards will jump at the deck, and that's because there's a message that they want to get out to you, that obviously they're desperate to get that message out. Like this one here, Anandalite and Lemon Balm. It's about integrating energies, awakening, transitioning. So like everybody, so how a lot of people are sort of wakening up and they're becoming more self-aware, they're using their intuition more, they're awakening, as it says. I'll see if I'll read the meaning from the book. Let's see if I can find the meaning in the book. Right, let me see. But as I say, definitely a deck for those, as I said, for those that love plants and crystals, and if you have if you've only got they're wanting to buy one deck and you're not sure because there's that many to pick from, definitely the Earth Alchemy Oracle, because that just puts both of them together, the plants and the crystals, and to me it's an absolutely gorgeous deck. Great quality cardstock, easy to shuffle, lovely and smooth. Just, you couldn't ask for better cardstock, better cards, the images. I mean, here's the meaning for this one. As I said, Anandalite and Lemon Balm. That's the image. That's the card. So integrating energies and awakening transition. So the Anandalite, although Anandalite is a high vibrational energy and is noted for its power, the elemental guardians of this stone are assisting the flow and assuring us that in order to stabilise the heart, gentle waves of rainbow light are needed. Anything more would overwhelm and shock. She sings of harmony and holds that harmony through the heart. She's a true friend of the elementals and rainbow children, holding keys to their rainbow light. It is a natural crystal from the Himalayas which radiates in an aurora effect of colours. It's found fairly recently in 2010. It comes to you to support you through self-awakening, a talisman to help you realise your full potential, to transform and manifest new. She paves the way forward for you, highlighting new pathways open to you and new higher vibrational possibilities. Its name is Sanskrit for divine bliss, and it is this which it wishes to lead you to with the help of the goddesses who hold this stone strongly. The Lemon Balm The lemon balm is a member of the mint family, a caring older sister watching dutifully over you, bathing your temples, dabbing her leaves to cool and soothe your racing mind. Small delicate white flowers come in awakening the energy nodes around the eyes and third eye, sparking action and waking you up to the new ways of seeing and being. Her zingy edge clears and clarifies thoughts. She's such a caring energy, wanting to help you balance your mind and heart so you can have presence of mind to process and integrate what you are moving through. Anne Delight and Lemon Balm come to you as a sweet balm during soul transitions. You're awakening to new energy currents and the various layers of your spirit body are working to catch up. Anne Delight's Rainbow Light works to open up your higher channels, while Lemon Balm comes to soothe the mental field and the nervous system to help you integrate all of these ways of higher frequencies. They work in a gentle action with each other. Anne Delight wishes to gently sit in your heart chakra and pulse its light from the heart up, as Lemon Balm will flow its energy down through the crown chakra to the third eye chakra, gently weaving in with the Anne Delight's rainbow glow. So much thought and meaning that goes into them all. There's so much thought. I mean, as you've seen, that one just sort of jump out there, eh? But they're just, and the thing is that I've got quite a few decks and books that to review, because there's quite a few that's coming out in the next coming weeks, and there's honestly so different to the ones that you normally get. As I said, in these ones, the fact that they work with plants and crystals. I mean, that one there, rose quartz and the olive tree. They're just so beautiful. If anybody's got any questions about the deck or about the cards themselves, just drop me a comment. Sorry, somebody tried to send me a message there. Are you still on, Nessa? Well, Nessa's bitch 1916. Know that I wanted to say that. See, look, there's another one. So some of these could be jumping out. I mean, I don't know if any of the cards that are, when I'm shuffling them, if they're jumping out, if you can take the message from them, then take the message, and because it's obviously meant for you. Communication, this one's Mushroom Magic. Communication, exploring new states of consciousness and untapped potential. For me, the message I get for this card is that it's time for you to look at what you can do instead of thinking to yourself constantly that you can't do it. You know what I mean? A lot, because obviously a lot of us put ourselves down and go, no, I can't do that. You know what I mean? No way can I do that. Definitely this one, I mean, I don't know if there's anybody that can take to this, you know what I mean, take the message for this one, but as I said, it's communication, you know what I mean, exploring new states of consciousness, whether that's, I don't know if you do meditation, whether it's telling you to try meditation, and that you do have the potential, there's untapped potential that you've got, that you need to believe in yourself to do that. And that's the card there, that's the image for it. Hiya Brendan, darling. Yeah, I'll do a reading for you. Let's see, because, oops. See, as it says as well in the book, gentle warning. Do not ingest plants unless under the guidance of a trained professional. This oracle suggests working with the spirit of the plants and fungi rather than the physical plant or fungi. So obviously, again, that one says mushroom magic, so it's obviously meaning for the cards just a wee bit like that. Try to see which one would be better for... Right, sorry, 2 seconds, I'll do that one for you. Oh, there you go, I've got stuff that are jumping, that's jumping about the place. Oh, no, knock something down. Right, give me a few seconds till I give them a shuffle and I'll do your reading for you. So that one, jump out, keep that one till the end. Right, so the three cards that I got for you there, and then obviously the one that jump out is Candle Quartz and Bleeding Heart, which is Show Yourself, which showing that you've got a lot of vulnerability, but you've not been self-worth and feminine healing. That's the cards. That's like your past and stuff, so you've had a lot of like self-healing to do. And then you've got for your present, if that was your past card, so for your present cards, the Blue Kyanite and Honeysuckle, Swords of Truth, freedom, you're a warrior of light, and stop holding yourself back. So obviously, so like in your relationship, is there something that's holding you back? Maybe you've had a past relationship that hasn't ended too well, or the relationship itself hasn't been well, so you've had to walk away for that relationship, and it's maybe stopping you from opening yourself up to this relationship that you're in. This one, your future card is Labradorite and Blue Lotus Flower, Psychic Gift. It says, wise sage, be more open to awareness and call to action. That's... And then the one that jumped out, so the final message was Sanctuary of Light and Mugwort. That's portal. So 5D healing, 5D healing temple and astral travel. So for me, this one would suggest that, like, I know a lot of people, most of us, don't remember our dreams unless we start keeping a dream diary. But start paying attention to your dreams, because they can give you subtle messages as well. Not even just something that might not make sense. If it doesn't make sense, like, write it down, and then it could make sense in the future. It doesn't have to make sense straight away, but I'll get the meaning for the books, as I said, because obviously it's a new deck. That's great that you can relate to that. But obviously, the cards are telling you that you have to stop, as I said, excuse me, stop holding yourself back. Be yourself, show who you are. As the first card says, show yourself. And as the second one says, stop holding yourself back. And for the third one, your future is awareness, call to action, psychic gifts. Maybe you've been looking or like maybe you're on the start of your spiritual path yourself, or you've been thinking about getting started on that path. But and then also obviously the one that jump out talking about healing and stuff is, so it's, as I said, it's basically telling you that just because you've had bad experiences in the past with a relationship, don't tar all relationships because of what happened in that one. I think we're all bad for doing that. At the best of times, if we've had a bad relationship in the past, we tend to bring that into like future relationships, and it stops us from being ourselves. It stops us from being authentic around other person, and try to not, we stop ourselves from being ourselves, really. So these are all telling you, and obviously, as I said, the one that says that take some time out to yourself, and do some self-healing for yourself, even if that's meditation, yoga, whatever it is that you enjoy doing, whether it be going for a walk, whatever it is that you find, can be doing art, whatever you find that'll help you with your healing. Even taking some time to yourself. If you didn't do meditation, maybe look into doing meditation. Me, I'm useless at meditation. I can only do like 10 minutes before I start falling asleep, or I do fall asleep. But there's other ways where you can like do meditation as you're out for a walk in nature. So, but I'm glad that you could relate to these cards. I am. Thank you. Hopefully that'll give you a bit of confidence to be yourself. Because we all need, there's, everything, I've been in a bad relationship in the past, and you tend to stop yourself from being, that bad relationship it stops you from being yourself in a new relationship, because you're scared of the same thing's going to happen again with this person that happened with the last person, and you're feared to show who you are. But as the cards are saying, don't be scared to show who you are. Honestly, don't be scared. You're you for a reason. You are made to be you, and if the person ends up not liking that, then you know what, that's their loss. It's not your loss, that's their loss, definitely not yours. So I hope that helps, and honestly, good luck to you, and definitely, I hope everything goes well for your relationship. Oh no, I'm the same. I used to hold myself back all the time. I've been I've done a couple of lives with this, and I thought, you know what, I need to start getting out there a bit more, because I'm passionate about my crystals. I don't know if you can see, I've got, I don't know how many crystals, that's not even all of them, that's just some of them. Crystals, tarot, oracle, and I thought, you know what, I want to get that out there. You're welcome. I want to get it out there more, so that more people, because a lot of people are scared of tarot and oracle, and I know that with the one card that scares people, especially in tarot, is the death cards. And see the minute somebody gets the death card, oh, honestly, you see them, the fear in their face, and it's like, no, doesn't mean death. When it comes to tarot and you get the death card, all that means is it's the end of a relationship, the end of a partnership, the end of a job, maybe like you're moving, the end of a tenancy or something, and you're going to move somewhere else. It's not a scary card, and tarot cards and oracle cards really aren't as scary as what you think they are. A lot of people have fear when it comes to tarot and oracle cards, and honestly, there isn't any fear. You don't have to get tarot and oracle cards to do readings for other people. You honestly don't. You get them as a tool for yourself, to pull a daily card. You can get them to do it, to pull a card daily, and read the guidance for it and have it sitting somewhere where you're going to walk past it and you're going to, so the card's going to be in your mind all day, so you're going to remember its meaning. But as I said, I've still got quite a few decks, new and upcoming ones to review, but I do have a few of my old decks that obviously that I can review as well for people that are just getting into tarot and oracle cards. And I've got quite a few of them there. In fact, you know what, I actually lied. I said I had one crystal deck. No, I've got one down the stairs. There's one there and one there. So that was a lie. I do apologise. I've got 3 by the looks of it that I can see so far. And then all the rest of them. But no, as I said, I'm glad that you were able to relate to that, and I wish you well in your relationship and hope things go the way you want, and definitely don't hold yourself back. Take that leap, take that leap. Hear that faith in yourself and take that leap of faith. Because that's what the cards are telling you to do. Well, not even the cards, that's what your higher self, your guides are telling you to do, is to take that leap. Take that leap of faith, because that's what they're saying to you today. It seems to have went a wee bit quiet. As I said though, because I'll be putting the live back up, back up anyway. I'll be saving it and putting it back up as you do for people to watch if they've missed it. So, this deck, it does come out in April. I'm sure it's the second, middle of April, I'm sure it is. It's Watkins Publishing that I've done that I published this deck. As I said, I'm sure it's middle of April that they're coming out, that they're bringing it out to the public to buy. But honestly, I'm glad that I got the chance to review the deck for them, because for me, honestly, I get 5 stars all the way for this deck. Just the feel of it, the images, connecting with it. Honestly, it's an amazing quality deck. And as I said, the images, this one here, Herkimer Diamond and Snowdrop, this is for resurrection, commitment, purification and devotion. Is that not just a beautiful card? It's just an absolutely beautiful card. So obviously what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a bit more play with this one, get to know this one a wee bit better, and then once I get to know the other, once I hear play about with other decks, I'll be on, what day are we on? We're on Wednesday, so Friday or Saturday I'll be back on. Again, I'm not sure if I'll be doing the review at that time, or if I'm going to come on and do a reading with this deck once I've got to know it, obviously, that wee bit more better, and had a proper chance to get into how I view the meanings and use my own intuition to do more readings on this deck. So that's probably what I'm going to do first, and then I'll come back on at the weekend with a review of one of the other decks, because there's one that I can't wait to do, but it's a different deck, but you'll see it when I come on the live and do it. But as I said, I'll probably be back on Friday, try and get back on Friday to do a reading with this deck. So thank you everybody that's tuned in and watched me. So hope you all have a lovely week, and be careful out there because the wind is absolutely horrendous, as well as the rain. Keep yourself safe, and I'll see you when I'm next live. Bye.